Hey love, let's talk about something that too many women forget, and it's costing them their peace, their power, and sometimes their identity. Why do we keep pouring from an empty cup, hoping someone will notice we're running on fumes? This video isn't about being selfish. It's about being whole. Let's unpack why prioritizing yourself in a relationship isn't just healthy, it's essential. Part 1, the silent trap. Here's the hard truth. A lot of women were raised to believe that being good means being selfless. That loving someone means putting them first. All the time we romanticized sacrifice, we were taught to stay quiet to keep the peace, to compromise until we disappear. But here's the thing. A relationship that demands your silence, your burnout, your abandonment of self is not love, it's a trap. And too many women don't realize they're in it until they're drained, resentful, or completely disconnected from who they used to be. Part 2. Prioritizing yourself isn't selfish. Let's rewrite this narrative. Prioritizing yourself doesn't mean neglecting your partner. It means knowing that your needs, goals, health, and peace matter just as much. When you prioritize you communicate better. You attract higher quality partners. You stop settling for crumbs and demand the whole damn loaf. Being the cool girl, the ride or die, the always available woman, doesn't win you love, it wins you emotional exhaustion. You can't pour into someone when you're spiritually dehydrated. Part 3. How to put yourself first. Alright, so what does it actually look like to prioritize yourself? 1. Protect your peace. If someone constantly drains you, questions your worth, or makes you feel small, that's not love. That's control. Walk away. 2. Say what you want. Out loud. Stop making your desires negotiable. Want commitment? Say it. Want emotional support? Expect it. Stop waiting for permission to feel. 3. Make time for you. Whether it's your business, your gym time, your skincare routine, or your girls, don't cancel on yourself to be available for him. 4. Set boundaries without apologizing. No, you're not too much. You're just finally choosing not to be too little. Boundaries show you love yourself enough not to beg. 5. Don't lose your identity in the relationship. Keep your own interests, your own friends, your own dreams. If the relationship ends and you don't know who you are anymore, that's a red flag. You weren't prioritizing you. What happens when you don't? Let's be real. When you don't prioritize yourself, here's what happens. You start overgiving. You start people-pleasing. You start shrinking to make space for their ego. And eventually, you burn out. You lose your voice, your joy, and your spark, all in the name of love. But love that costs your identity is too damn expensive. Part 5. A woman who chooses herself is unstoppable. A woman who chooses herself radiates a different kind of energy. She's not chasing validation. She is the validation. She's not chasing validation. She is the validation. She's not begging to be chosen. She chooses herself daily. And when you stand in that energy, you attract respect. You command presence. You inspire others to treat you the way you treat yourself. Because people treat you based on the standards you set for yourself. Teach people how to treat you by how you treat yourself. So let this be your reminder. You're not too much. You're not asking for too much. You're not selfish for putting yourself first. You're smart. You are your home base, your source, your safe space. And if someone can't love you as you are, while you love yourself fully, they're not your person. If this hit your soul, share this with another woman who's been forgetting her power. And drop a comment. I choose myself. Because once you start doing that, everything else falls into place. Part 6. What choosing yourself actually looks like. So when we say, I choose myself, let's get specific. It's not about becoming hyper-independent or building walls so high no one gets in. It's about honoring your voice even when it shakes. It's saying, I will not shrink to be digestible. I will not ignore my intuition just to avoid conflict. I will not water myself down to keep someone else comfortable. Choosing yourself means walking away when respect disappears, refusing to chase someone who's not emotionally available, not making excuses for red flags just because you're scared to start over. And here's the twist. When you start living this way, people may call you cold, difficult, dramatic. Let them. You're not here to be palatable, you're here to be powerful. Part 7. The root of the issue, unlearning conditioning. Let's go even deeper. So many women struggle to prioritize themselves because of how we were raised. We were trained to be agreeable, avoid confrontation, please others, even at our own expense, value relationships more than our own well-being. You don't just wake up one day and suddenly start choosing yourself. You have to unlearn decades of programming. It's uncomfortable. It's scary. It feels unnatural at first, but that's the detox. That's the rebirth. You are allowed to rewrite the script. You are not selfish. You are self-aware. Part 8. What a balanced relationship looks like. Now let's talk about healthy love. Because choosing yourself doesn't mean you'll be alone forever. It actually makes space for the right person to meet you on your level. A balanced relationship is mutual. You're not always giving, you're also receiving. A respectful. Your boundaries are honored without debate. Supportive. You don't lose your identity, you expand it. Safe. You're not walking on eggshells. You're walking in truth. When you choose yourself, you change your relationship blueprint. You stop chasing intensity and start seeking consistency. You stop confusing chaos with passion. You stop mistaking neglect for independence. Because now you know your worth. And a woman who knows her worth is unshakable. Part 9. What if you're already in too deep? Now let me speak to the women who are watching this and thinking, but I've already given so much. I've lost myself. Is it too late? No, it's not too late. You can start showing up for yourself today. Right now. You can. Take a step back and reevaluate what you need. Have that hard conversation. Set that long overdue boundary. Reconnect with things that used to bring you joy. Ask yourself, what would I do if I wasn't afraid of being alone? Start with one small act of self-honoring. Then another. Then another. And over time, you'll rebuild. Not the old you, but a wiser, louder, stronger version of you. Part 10. Closing. The woman who chooses herself. So let me leave you with this truth. The woman who chooses herself will be called too much by people who were never enough. She will be misunderstood by those who benefited from her silence. She will outgrow relationships, friendships, jobs, anything that required her to shrink. But she will gain something far greater. Freedom, peace, self-respect, radiance. Because when a woman stops waiting to be chosen and starts choosing herself, she becomes unforgettable. And that's the kind of power no one can take from you. If this spoke to your soul, share it with a sister who needs the reminder. Drop a comment below. I am choosing myself fully, unapologetically, and forever. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell. Because this is the space where women come home to themselves. And babe, you belong here.